What's up, guys? So today we've got a little bit of a different video for you. I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about the changes, because recently there's been a lot of changes. And if you saw our last video, you know this right here is probably our biggest change, especially when we're on a mission to do 20 badge trails in 30 days. Well, another update, 30 days has expired. So we're gonna talk about how far we got and where do we go from here. But where I go from here is to show you our next change.
Recording 2-channel start.
So if you've been watching our channel for any period of time, you know that I love gadgets, and I'm not like the normal Jeepers or off-roaders, or yeah, I would say more Jeep, where it's like they want a mechanical rig. I love mechanical rigs too, don't get me wrong, but I was born in the right period because I love electronics, I love technology, and I'm a tech guy at heart. As far as the Bronco goes, that was one of the things that really sold me. You get in here, it feels more like a 2023 vehicle. Jeep is very lacking in that department, in my opinion, and it looks like they're addressing some of those things now because of the Bronco. The button layout in here is absolutely superb. The way that they work, the front and rear lockers just lock. There's no blinking lights, there's no bullshit. They lock when you press the button, just like in this, it's not really a sway bar, they call it a stay bar because it's a stability bar. Disconnect, you can literally push that button in any position, any kind of flex, and it's gonna lock or unlock. It's the way it is. I love that. Where this comes in the Bronco to changing the way that we film or the way that our videos are shot. If you know our channel, you know that we do some dash cam. Now what that's gonna change is Bronco actually has a trail app built in to the system in the Bronco where you can tie that into your cameras, and it will actually tell the vehicle statistics as you're going down the trail. Your flex, your departure, your approach, like your angles, incline, four-wheel drive, lockers are off and on, stability bars hooked. So it tells all that on your screen. It's almost like a video game that you guys are going to be able to see as we're going down the trail. And me personally, I think that is super cool. And it's a little more work for us, but I think it's important to have that in our videos, which, if you're not already watching our videos, over somebody else, strictly because our stuff's not boring and scripted and all the other issues that I have with a lot of YouTubers right now. Probably at the wrong place right now. So, or technically you're at the right place because you're here watching. Buck Your Bronco is this awesome rail that goes across the front of our dash. It's like similar to the 67 designs for the Jeep, but Buck Your Bronco makes this awesome thing. And there's all kinds of accessories that you can hook onto it. Great people over there. What's up, man?
Yesterday?
Yeah.
Door opening. Right there. Woo! So, the tree.
Yeah.
Run around it. The trailer tire ended up 10 inches on the other side of that rock. And how many feet? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's because your tongue is so sharply turned and these tires are driving.
This is Russell from Fab Worx. If you're not familiar with our past videos, he helped us build the entire sleeper over our box truck. And when I say help, really he did most of the work. But I'm kind of the idealist. I envision, Russell builds. That's what we're working on. That's our new project. We are building the most badass overland camper that you've ever seen. And I can't tell you the countless hours Russell and I have gone back and forth sitting over the frame of what this thing is or is going to be. But where we're at now, he's already had the axle set and now he's chopped it back off. We're trying to figure out the most direct and the best place to have the axle in for off-roading and wheeling on tight trails. By the end of this thing, we are going to have the best, most badass off-roading overland trailer there is.
If we can do away with this bend here, doing this type of a bend on that would help that tremendously.
Yeah. Why don't we so this box is going to close up like that. It's going to open around the top of the box.
Like this.
Yeah. Or the opposite way,
that sits down in there, and then you can mount your stuff to that angle iron. And then you're not screwing through the box. So when we go to put our sink in, we can bolt through this, and then we're not going through the edge of our box. You know what I mean? And it also gives it rigidity to
That would definitely add a lot of rigidity.
not move wood down on the inside and cut a piece of wood out for your sink, because you're going to have to cut it in a circle or a square. So you would bolt your wood to this,
Yeah.
and then you would mount your sink to the wood. But if we have this lip all the way around, we're going to have to bolt any holes into our box.
Good, there you go. Yeah. So just a no lip up here, just an actual, like we had talked this morning. Fascinating. I kind of like that wood over there because
Yeah, it's a lot easier to work with.
it's easier to work with.
That'll really stiffen it up too.
Absolutely.
And it's going to have to be that way for the sink, because there's no way we could cut a sink out of metal. I mean, it would be a nightmare. We butchered it up. Because that sink has got all these different
Doubting
cuts
my
on it.
skills.
So as you can see, we are working in collaboration again with Fab Worx out of Seymour, Missouri, to build the most badass overlanding, and I'm not even just going to call it an overlanding trailer. This is an overlanding camper. The market is saturated with trailers and overland rooftop tent trailers and slide out drawers and all this stuff. We are building something completely different. This is going to be an overland camper that's capable of coming down some rugged trails, but it has the comforts of your air conditioning, your heat, a queen size bed, a refrigerator, and a bathroom all inside the unit. Also, there's going to be enough room for 8 adults to sit at a table and play cards in there if it's raining or snowing or whatever out. So we're building like an overland compound. Also, since we have 2 kids, as you know, there's going to be a rooftop tent on top of the overland camper where they'll be sleeping. We're going to make vents to run up there to be able to heat it in the wintertime so they can stay warm. Super excited about this project. This is going to be called the Recon Edition Overland Trailer. We're super stoked about it. It's an exciting project, but as you can see, we're doing a lot of talking, a lot of brainstorming, and a lot of changing, because this prototype has to be right, because we want the best product to come to people with our name and his name. And as a user, I know what we need in the community, and I'm trying to address a lot of that for a family that wants to get out and hit the trails but still have the common comforts of being at home, which I know is important to women, which obviously is part of a traditional family. If you have kids, you have a woman involved. So, also while we're addressing things, I want to address the commenters coming over from Rory's channel or wherever you guys are coming from, calling me soy boy and Gen Z and entitled and all these other crazy things. You guys couldn't be further from the truth. It's absolutely asinine. You don't have any idea who I am. And that video that I made was coming from a point of the exact opposite. Man to man, Rory should have said what he thought right up front. And my intentions with that whole expectation is I was building a new relationship with this guy. He was scratching my back right now. In the future, maybe the near future, maybe the far future, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, I would scratch his back and do a favor for him. That's how relationships work. Somebody has to take the initial step and do a good deed without expecting anything in return. That's just the way it works. And if you don't feel that that's correct, then you're part of the problem with our society. It wasn't long ago I traveled and helped a YouTuber that I didn't even know, and I built a relationship. I drove 5 hours one way, 10 hours round trip, and helped for 2 days on a weekend. Didn't get anything in return. Watch our videos. Look back on the timeline. I've never changed. Anyway, people are going to say what they say, and they're going to think what they think. And when you come here and you're biased, it's not really going to matter what I say anyway. I just wanted to address that because I read a lot of those comments, and obviously still most of the people disagree with you, though, because our likes are much higher than our dislikes, and the support from that video has been much higher than people that are against it. So I don't want to end on a negative note. Everything's going well. We're super excited about the Bronco. We're super excited about this Recon Edition Overland trailer build, and we're super excited to get out on the trails with you in both of these rigs and show you what it's capable of. Also, for the Jeep people that say, well, I'm not interested in watching a Bronco wheel, so good luck with your channel, we're out of here. I hate to break it to you, bud, but more than likely there's going to be more Jeeps on our channel still. because we wheel with people every day. And most of those people still own Jeeps. So if you want to see a Jeep wheeling down the trail, stay right here on our channel, because in the video, there's one guy I'm thinking of specifically when it comes to mine. I'll put the comment up here. You literally unsubscribed from our channel because you want to see Jeeps off-roading on a video that 2 Jeeps were off-roading in and only 1 Bronco. So pull your head out of your ass. Come on back. Actually, don't come back. Just goes to a different channel. Because if you're that unloyal, I don't want you here anyway. We'll see you guys on the next one. Hopefully we have some badass trail videos for you. We do have one more episode of the 20 Jeep Badge Trails in 30 days. And it's a place you've never seen us wheel before. We'll see you then.